In school, we have a rule that we will not give Tylenol, the medicine, to a student the first hour of the day and the last hour of the day. And the reason is because we don't know if you took medicine before you came to school, and we don't know if you're going to take medicine right when you get home. And there is such a thing as called a half-life of medicine. It's called a half-life. In other words, you take a Tylenol pill, all right, and after a certain amount of time, it starts to leave your body. And this is just a little bit at a time. But after a certain amount of hours, there's no more Tylenol in your. I think it's like 4 hours. I'm not real sure, guys. But after a certain number of hours, you have no more medicine in your body, and then you can take it again. But it's called a half-life. So you're going to hear in mathematics, they're going to talk about half-lives. So here we have an example of something, iodine. Iodine 124, the half-life is 4 days. The half-life is 4 days. The half-life, LF, is 4 days. In other words, whatever this means, you take iodine after 4 days, half of it is left. So instead of the whole thing, now you have just half of it left. And then after another 4 days, you have half of that left. Okay, so it just keeps going down like that. All right, so the question is asking how much is left after 16 days? Well, you can see this is called an exponential decay. It's going down. It's going down. So the first thing that I want you to do is look at the half-life. So you have 4 days. Well, they're saying 16 days. You've got 16 days. So how many half-lives will you have? Well, 4 into 16 goes 4 times. So you have 4 periods, shall we say. You see what I'm saying? 4 periods of time. All right, so this is how we do this problem. All right, we're starting off with 40 units. I'm not sure what that is. 40 centimeters, 40 gallons. It doesn't really matter. But we're starting off with 40 units of iodine 124. Iodine 124 is just the name. It doesn't mean anything as far as numbers go. So in any case, you're starting off with 40. How much is left? Well, we're going to multiply that by 0.5. And the reason we're multiplying by 0.5 is because that's a half. 0.5 means 1/2, correct? And we're talking about a half-life. So we're going to multiply that original amount by 0.5, but we have to take 0.5 to the 4th power. Do you know why? Because we have 4 periods. Remember this? We have 4 periods to multiply by. So when I multiply that equation, I get 2.5. All right, so here's the deal. After 16 days, you're starting off up here with 40. After 16 days, that's day 1. After day 2, day 3, day 4, blah, 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 blah. Day 16, all you're going to have left is 2.5 whatever units. That's how it goes down. That's called the half-life. So, in review, to find the half-life, you have to look at how many days or hours. Many times they do half-lives in hours. But in any case, let's say you look at the number of days for the half-life, divide it into the total, and then multiply that by the number of periods that you came up with times the original amount, and you'll have your answer. All right, I want you to work on the problems that are on the bottom of this section.